should know her powers have grown. I have never felt so powerless.
You don't know how many times I've saved your life.
You're playing a dangerous game, Bird. I'll never give up hope, but I would.
Merlin, BBC One, and BBC One HD.
I'm just going to quickly run through the news for you guys. Lorry-sized boulders spew from Ecuador volcano as 300 people flee for their lives. This is on May 1st. I'll put the links up, guys. You know how I do it. Okay, so guys, and you know when they're using this HAARP technology and they're messing around up in this upper atmosphere, understand that that magnetosphere and that ionosphere have an effect on the lava that's underneath the ground. Okay, not only that, but you've got post-glacial glacial rebound happening right now, and that's pushing lava around as well. I mean, you're going to have volcano after volcano after volcano going off all around the globe. And I mean, it's already happening, but it's getting worse and worse. Okay, next, U.S. tornadoes. Death toll rises as more bodies are found. Risen to 340. Okay, this was on April 30th. Okay, and I'll put the link up. You can read through it. The largest death toll ever was in March of 1925, when 747 people were killed in storms that raged through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. Okay, so the death toll's up to 340. Okay, storms unlikely to follow last year's patterns. Guys, this is a very interesting article, and I'll put the link there. I suggest you go read it. It's 2 pages long. But there's a couple of interesting things. Hang on one second. Let me find one. Okay, right here. In all 4 major hurricanes, 3 lesser hurricanes, and 2 tropical storms were steered away from the U.S. coast as they approached from the Atlantic in 2010. Okay? Notice the word here. Steered away. I mean, come on. But it's a really interesting article, guys, because last year there was quite a few powerful hurricanes, and they were all pushed up along the East Coast. And what's even crazier than that is that they went up and hit Canada. So for those of you that still don't believe in the whole they're controlling the weather and manipulating the weather, you've got some hard things to explain. Some very difficult things to explain. Okay, let's get back over here real quickly. But this is a really interesting read, guys. They're saying that it's not going to be the same as last year, that the weather pattern is going to change, so forth, so on. It's just an interesting read. You might want to read it. This one right here, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, devastated by monster tornado. Okay. Just read through it, guys. I'm showing you that this is not normal weather. That's what I'm trying to show you. I've been trying to show you. I've been trying to give you the facts. Been trying to warn you guys. You know. Next one. April sets new record for tornadoes. Okay. Preliminary data from the National Weather Service show that more than 600 twisters have touched down in the month of April, guys. 1 month. 1 month. Okay, and I'll put the link up. You guys can read through it. Breaking news. Lake Champlain hits record high levels, road and ferries are affected. Okay, and then while we got all this craziness going on over here in the United States, we jump over here to Great Britain, and they're fearing for their crops. Okay, guys? So while we have crazy weather going on in the United States, mainly the flooding activity, we've got droughts in other places on this planet. Now, take a look at what's happening. Okay, they're flooding certain areas, and then the other areas are getting absolute droughts. Okay, if an area is flooded, the crops fail. If the area is under a drought, the crops fail. Okay, the pale horse. Well, there's not much of anything available to anybody, and it costs a day's wages to buy bread. Okay? I'm telling you guys, we're in the beginning of sorrows. We are deep into the beginning of sorrows. And here's another look at your radar from the cloud view. I just had the rain view up, but here's the cloud view, guys. I mean, look at it. You got this eyeball here, and that eyeball there. Right? And then you got the nose right here. A little dimple. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. And by the way, here's the next system building up right over here. Okay. So guys, get ready. Get ready. It's gonna get rough. Okay, it's gonna start costing a lot of money just to eat. I mean, there's droughts kicking up all over the place. Everywhere else is getting flooded, and very, very, very few places, guys, are in normal weather patterns. Okay, so really start paying attention to this weather, guys. And I'm going to show you something here. Let me pause this until this loads up. Okay. With the way that they're setting things up nowadays, guys, there is a potential. There is a potential for California to receive a hurricane. Now, I know that's never been happened in history. I'm just telling you, with the way that they're setting these things up now, it is a possibility that one of these days we're going to see a hurricane strike the West Coast. I mean, look at your weather patterns, guys. They're not normal. They're not normal. Not for this time of year, they're not. But with the way that they got these systems running this way, guys, there's a potential that California will get struck by a hurricane. Maybe not this year, maybe the following year. I'm just saying, guys, it's very possible, even though it's never happened before. And if that happens and that don't wake people up, I don't know what to do to help them to wake up. But I'm just putting it out there very early on. It's not a fact, guys. It's my own personal opinion, based on what they're doing, based on the change of pattern that they've got set up here. It's very possible that a hurricane can strike the West Coast. So just be aware of that it is possible, especially with them controlling the weather. And pay attention, because guys, you got to be paying attention at this time and hour. There's just too much going on, not just here in the United States, but up there in Canada, you guys over there in Great Britain, and the people over in the Middle East, you guys that are down there in the Southern Hemisphere. I mean, it's all over the place, guys. And like I said, there's no one government that owns the HAARP technologies. So while one government might be trying to pull something off, another government somewhere else might be trying to do something else, and then you got a clash of systems. I mean, we just got to pay attention, guys. We got to be paying attention. But there's your news update for today, May 1st, 2011. I'll talk to you guys later.
There's nothing new in our thirst to race. Except the science. The technology that roars and passes almost as fast into history. Names are made, titles won. Failure is always a threat. But that makes the success even sweeter. The select few drive on into the fast lane of legend. Sometimes it is a year that lives on. Though barely in the past, this one will be a milestone to cherish. 2010. It was a new age. Charm and silk scarves had no place here. The House of Red Bull ruled. And here there were red rags, red rages. The bulls were briefly on their knees. Enter the prancing horse. But was the horse running a straight race?
Fernando is faster than you.
After 18 races, the title was still a riddle of permutations. The desert sands held the answer.
Sebastian Vettel, you are the world champion! Thank you, boys. Unbelievable! Yeah!
And so, to 2011. The finest group of drivers ever assembled on the grid. Stables of artists, waiting for the poetry to become motion. This is Formula One.
Good morning and welcome to Melbourne for the start of the 2011 Formula One season. Now, we may have been left waiting for the past couple of weeks, but finally, Formula One gets its chance to top 2010.
Come on, Jake. Last year was mega and take some beating.
Come on, EJ. Last year we had 4. This year we've got 5 world champions on the grid.
Sure, but it'd be impossible to top the aggro and the scandal of last season.
Surely less of that sort of stuff is a good thing.
No, don't agree.
What I'm really interested in is allowing team orders from the pit wall.
Well, that rule was never enforceable anyway, Jake.
Okay, but it's all about the racing. We had some unbelievable track racing last year.
Yeah, but Eddie, this year we've got new tyres that are designed to wear out after only a few laps.
Which means more pit stops, more overtaking, more mistakes.
There's some howlers of mistakes last year. I've never known anything like it.
Yeah, but come on, this year we've got adjustable rear wings, which are definitely going to increase overtaking.
Ha! We'll see about that.
This year we've got the return of the contentious kinetic energy recovery system that gives the drivers a 6-second power boost in the Grand Prix.
Okay, but you're never going to get a story like the return of Michael Schumacher.
Well, Eddie, he's got to be better than last year, hasn't he?
Everyone loves to talk, but in Formula One, predictions are particularly dangerous.
But one thing for certain,
it's good to be back.
Next time on Formula One, Round 2, Malaysia.